Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Now guys, we're back at my small compact desk and that must mean one thing. We're talking about the Switch again. And in today's video, we're going to be looking at how do we connect an Xbox controller or a PS5 controller to our Nintendo Switch. Now, to get straight to the point, this is going to cost a bit of money because you do need an adapter in most cases, and especially with wireless. And the most and easiest way I have found to do this is through one of the 8BitDo adapters. Now, these adapters are very, very simple. And the reason why I opted to purchase one of these, because not just for the Switch, it works for my PC as well. And it's nice and easy. It's an adapter that I can plug straight into a USB socket. It's literally plug and play. And you would just need to use the little connecting button on the end of here and the pairing buttons on the controllers themselves to be able to pair. So in terms of the next part, let's talk through how exactly we're going to do it.
Okay, so the first thing we need to do is actually on the Switch itself. We need to go to our settings. We then need to make sure that we go down to our controller and sensors. We need to make sure that the Pro Controller wired communication is turned on. So for this to work, it needs to be on. Next, we need to look at the controller itself. So the controller has to be Bluetooth, and with the Xbox controllers, the older ones used to have a darker material and plastic up here. Those ones were not Bluetooth, and they were normally the old Xbox One original controllers, and you will not be able to use it in this method. They have to be Bluetooth. So the more modern ones, even with the indent in here, they are also Bluetooth, and obviously this one here is a Bluetooth controller. So just make sure that your controller is a Bluetooth controller before moving on to the next steps.
Okay, so all you're going to want to do is pull the cap off and plug the adapter into your Switch dock. Now, doing this from afar, there you go, it's in. And you'll see the green light is now on. So just so I can see what I'm doing, I'm going to switch the output of my TV. And I'm going to make sure that the switch is in dock mode. So the green light comes on. And then it will start flashing blue, which means it is receiving power and is ready to connect. Now, to connect it, as I said, mine is already paired. You would turn on the controller. You would hold down the pairing button on here, and you would hold down the pairing button on here until the light flashes. However, once it is connected, if I now turn my Xbox controller on, it gives a little vibrate, the light becomes one solid blue light, and you can see in the top corner of the screen there, if I hit A, automatically has connected. So you can see on the screen here, the controller is working. And in games, the only things that you've got to get used to, especially with the Pro controllers, etc., is just the variation of the buttons. Obviously, your B button on an Xbox controller is now going to be A, and that A is going to be B, and the other two are swapped around. So X at the top and Y is there. Yes, the variation is different, and obviously in a PlayStation controller, it's going to have, just remember, if you're looking at the buttons here, the buttons are always going to be A, X, Y, B. They're just going to change around. This little button here then becomes a screenshot button, and you can see capture taken. That becomes a plus button, that becomes a minus button, that becomes a screenshot button. And then the D-pads just work as normal. And again, with these, they call them the, obviously that's a right and left bumper on these and a trigger. Obviously they call these like the ZR, etc. So, and ZL. So they work pretty much in exactly the same way. Just look out for the different variations of buttons, because obviously then you have the PlayStation ones, but the controller will fully work and you'll be able to use it in the game, and saving you from shelling out another £60 or so to do it. So guys, in terms of the link for the 8-bit dough, I'll put that in the description below, so you can go and take a look if you would like one. I also use this on my PC, so it does exactly the same thing. I just plug it in to my PC on a USB and connect the controller in exactly the same way, just by holding the pair buttons. And again, it works across many different controllers. One other tip that I had to try and learn as well is, obviously, the controller, once it's unplugged, normally on an Xbox you shut down the thing by holding this button, but you have to hold it down for 5 seconds and then the remote and then the controller will also turn off. One tip that I have come across every time, obviously, a controller is connected to an Xbox and you turn the controller on, the Xbox will then turn on. I'd probably say that either disconnect the controller from your Xbox before doing this, or just unplug the console in terms of like the Xbox before actually turning on. Otherwise, it will just keep turning your Xbox on over and over again, and it won't actually connect because the Xbox is connected to the controller and they only have one tune. So guys, just something to keep in mind. So guys, please do like the video if you have found this helpful. If you have any other extra questions or queries or anything that you would like to ask, then feel free to ask down in the comments below. And does anyone have a Pro controller, or what controller are you going to use with your Switch with this nifty device? So guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one.